I have with me Wade Nolan, who is my editor-in-chief, but he has been promoted to being a student in today's video. Since I can't show you any of my students on here for HIPAA, I thought I would show you my husband. He's pretty cute. Anyway, so he's going to be my struggling reader today because that's our topic. Our topic is how do we help those struggling or reluctant readers? But I guess I wanted to be clear that there is a difference, right? So there's kids who have no problems reading and they just don't want to. And then there's students who don't want to read, they're reluctant because they might be struggling or it might be difficult for them. And so while you should obviously make it a priority because reading is important, don't make it too stressful on you or your kids. And that's the biggest thing I find with parents, especially around conferences. Like, well, it's a battle to get my student to read, and if it's going to be a fight and be stressful, it's really not beneficial. So try to make it fun. Start short, and you can start with some word games. But being consistent is the key. And if you start with some word games, you can build it to reading some books and reading for longer periods of time once there's a better attitude and environment around reading. So you're going to demonstrate some of our word games that we can play. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
It's going to depend on how old your student is and what phonological awareness they have, but you can start with this word sort. So in this case, we'd have some words. So like, what is this?
Ball.
It's a ball. Mm-hmm. And a ball starts with what letter?
B.
Ooh, I should have said starts with what sound?
B.
Good. B starts with the B sound. So we're going to make a pile of words that start with the B sound. We are going to have another word. This is a
cat.
Yes. And cat starts with what sound? K. Yes. So we're going to start a pile for our K sounds. Oops. And then we have a
car.
Car
Yes.
starts with what
K.
sound?
K.
Sound. So we can put that in the K sound with the cat, and car. So we keep doing this with different words and building a pile of words that start the same sound. Pretty easy, but you can continue this with vowel sounds. So same words. How many sounds do you hear in cat?
Cat. 2, like syllables.
Sounds. Sound it, stretch it out.
Cat.
Now we're going to segment it. Cat. So how many sounds did you hear?
3.
3 sounds, yes. And the vowel sound that we hear was ah, ah. So we can start a pile for our cat. And then we might have something like this. This bottom part here, what's that?
The plant.
The flowers grow in a
pot.
A pot. So we have to stretch that out. Pot. And then segment it. Pot. So we have 3 sounds again. And what is the middle or vowel sound in the word pot?
O.
Sound. So we start an pile, right? And then we would do it again with socks, and we would do it again with car and cat both have the sound, and then we have socks and pots. Pot. So those would go together. So that's a sorting activity that you could do with your students, something that they're still paying attention to sounds, letter sounds, phonemic awareness is so important to being a fluent reader. So that's one kind of word game. And then another one that you can do is making words and playing with those words. So this word is what word? Had. So again, 3 sounds, add, but we can switch out a letter, and then we have add, pad. So you can practice saying those words, and then once your student masters the beginning sound, you can change the ending sound on them and see if they can do this. It's a little more challenging, but this word is now
Pal.
pal. Pal.
Pal.
So you can play these kind of word games with your student, your child, to help them to become a better reader. This is an important role, and most students are really strong with this phonemic awareness when they are in, like, they learn it in kindergarten and first grade, and by second grade they tend to master it. But obviously if your student's still struggling in third or fourth grade, it's okay to go back and play some of these word games with them to help them out. Remember, just consistency. Start with these games. Did you have some fun playing these games?
It's quite fun.
So we can play these games for 5 minutes and then increase it, and then go on to doing some reading games. So please subscribe. Hit the arrow down and you'll see a subscribe button.